What up, y'all? So I've watched the Ironheart TV show on Disney Plus, and in this video, we're gonna go over some of my thoughts on the first 3 episodes of the season. Let's check it out.
I talk movies and Marvel TV shows, rumors, money, and drama. Game of Thrones universe and rice too. Vampires, horror, I got you. Subscribe to my page, come roll with me. If you like movies, follow, she dreads me. Movies, follow, she dreads me.
Initial thoughts on Ironheart is I love it. Okay, am I biased? Yes. I have loved the Ironheart comics since they came out. Wait. Yes, okay? All right? Had it for years. And I like Ironheart because I can relate to Riri Williams. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to black women in Marvel, I love Shuri, Storm, Monica Rambeau, but Riri Williams was the character I mostly related to because Shuri is a princess, Storm is a mutant, but Riri is just a smart girl from around the way, so I could see myself in her more than the others. So my bias is heavy for this TV show because I like Riri. It's a Ryan Coogler production. The leaders behind the scenes are Tanaka Hodges as the writer, Sam Bailey and Angela Barnes as the director. FUBU, okay? I'm rocking with it. FUBU. We haven't really got too deep into it, but I love the themes of science and magic already. It's sprinkled throughout the show right now, but the last 3 episodes, we should see a little more of it when Zelma is introduced. Zelma is the daughter of Mrs. Stanton. One of the first instances of magic or spirituality being sprinkled into the show is this dynamic when Riri comes home and Mrs. Stanton places the sage around her, okay? Sage is being used to get some of that bad energy up out of the house. And Riri makes a comment like, so y'all gonna make me hold crystals next? So she's already kind of showing her resistance to magic or spirituality. She scoffs at it. And sometimes you have scientists who really struggle with the idea of religion and magic and urban legends, things that can't be proven scientifically. We also learned that similar to the comics, Riri lost her stepdad and her best friend Natalie due to gun violence. And it seems like she never really dealt with their passing because she does have these anxiety attacks. Now, if you really an MCU fan, you will remember that Tony had some of these same problems. He had all these unresolved issues with his father just due to a lot of the trauma he's dealt with. And by the time we get to Iron Man 3, he has severe anxiety, PTSD, and that manifests itself in a way of him being super obsessive, very invested into his work. And by Iron Man 3, we had like 10 different suits just floating around everywhere. He was deep off in it. Him being so self-absorbed actually caused the breakup between him and Pepper because she felt like, look, you're so invested in these suits and disconnected from this relationship. Pepper was like, I just can't do it. Okay, I just can't do it. You are completely removed from our relationship. And we kind of see that with Riri. She's so invested into getting her suits off the ground that she kind of avoids her mom sometimes. Natalie bothers her. The only person that she really makes space for is Xavier. Now, the criminal element of the show, I see people who are concerned with the idea of her falling into this life of crime. But yo, this is the story being told, so this is what we're having to deal with at the moment. The hood, yeah. He's definitely gonna have a RICO case. That boy is breaking all kind of crimes and using all his co-conspirators to do it. Yeah, the feds are gonna be looking into him too. I would not be surprised if Valentina De Fontaine is already getting her eyes on somebody in Chicago. Okay, so Riri's whole goal is she needs to generate enough money to begin to fund her technology so she can make a troop of Iron Man suits for first responders, medics, policemen, firemen. You know, it's a very noble idea that she has. And once again, we kind of see this idea mirror what Tony had going on in Iron Man 3 when he had a fleet of Iron Man suits, and then it escalated to Ultron, okay? These two are the same people in different timelines, different communities. They have a lot of the same things going on. Now, I love heist films, Ocean 11, Taker. So this show having Robin Hood themes was up my alley, take from the rich in hopes of helping the poor. Just like other heist films, most people in the crew have a significant role. You have the muscle, which are the blood sibs. Man, I like them. You know, I've seen people say they don't have enough backstory. They're just kind of placeholders. They just the muscle, okay? Let them be. Clown is a pyro specialist. She's a unique one, okay? She's a little different. Slug is our tech person. Now, what's so cool about Slug to me is Slug is being played by Shea Couleé, who's on RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, back in 2018-2019, a mutant by the name of Darnell Wade, aka Darkvale, appeared in Marvel Comics. And what's so crazy about Darkvale is based off the real-life person Shea Couleé. And now you have Shea Couleé literally in the Marvel Universe playing Slug. Now, could Slug actually be Darkvale? We don't know. Even if Slug is not Darkvale, I think it's just a really cool full circle moment that Shea Couleé deserves to be in the MCU, the same vein as Samuel L. Jackson deserves to be Nick Fury, because they use Sam's likeness to make Nick Fury and they use Shea Couleé's likeness to make Darkvale. So, hey, they both deserve to be here. And that should be the things we're talking about more, but all this stuff is just getting overshadowed by foolishness. Like, why be upset that Shea Couleé is in the show? To me, it doesn't feel forceful. We are in 2025. Are we going to act like gay people don't exist? Are we going to act like there's not people who work jobs or people who are involved with community and they still go do drag sometime on the weekend? Like, come on, y'all. Finally, the last person in the crew is John. Him and Parker, the hood, are cousins. John is everything in the crew, okay? He's the getaway driver, HR, he's a recruiter, and, you know, he likes knives. Now, Anthony Ramos as the hood is pretty cool. Listen, I love magic and the whole supernatural side of the MCU, and Parker falls right into that atmosphere. And honestly, I've never been disappointed in any of the roles that I've seen Anthony Ramos play. I watched him in Hamilton, Transformers, She Got a Habit, so I was excited when he landed this acting gig, and hopefully we get to see more of the hood in the future. Riri's AI Natalie is so surprising. I knew from the comics that Riri had Tony Stark and Natalie as AI, but this kind of turned out well. Natalie falls into the same role as Ned and Bruno, you know, being the friend to the superhero to kind of help them through things. They're aware of the secret hero because for the most part, a lot of these superheroes want to remain low-key or anonymous, but they always got somebody, you know, to the side of them kind of helping them through things. And Natalie, yo, she's pretty cool. She's literally acting like a 15-year-old kid from Chicago, and I'm cool with Natalie. I like it. And I think this is so forward-thinking. This show was created 2 years ago. 2 years. And if you look at where we are today with the things that AI can do, crazy. It's wild. Now, I've seen some discourse around people not liking Riri because she's arrogant. Riri is a 19-year-old kid, maybe 20, who's the smartest person in her circle of people with supportive parents, and sometimes that can manifest itself as a little bit of arrogance or cockiness or confidence. And what I've learned is some people don't like to see Black people who are confident or arrogant or cocky. They just don't like it. And it's always been a thing, but due to everybody having social media and access to TVs, we kind of get to see it on a large scale more than ever. We see the criticism that Shador Sanders received, very similar to his father. And honestly, I think Shador is way more humble than his dad, because when Dion was primetime, he was outside, okay? But a lot of people look at Shador as being arrogant, so much so that the NFL purposely crashed his draft stock, which is craziness, like wildness. And then when we look into the quote-unquote arrogant women, the Angel Reeses, the Sha'Carri Richards, the older that Serena Williams got, she started to be more vocal for herself. Jasmine Crockett, a whole lawyer, but because she's vocal, she gets racial slurs thrown at her. Heck, look at Beyonce. Doesn't showcase her arrogance at all, but people, some of these institutions, some of these systems make it a point to humble her. So how this all ties back into Ironheart is some people are saying, oh, she's too cocky. My gosh, look at who her foil is. Her foil, the person that mirrors her, is Tony freaking Stark. Between Tony Stark and Stephen Strange, they are probably the most egotistical superheroes in the MCU. And we chalk that up to, oh, that's just their personality. That's just who they are. But Riri needs to be humble. Okay, they want Riri to be docile and quiet. You need to be humble, Riri. Now, when Tony and Stephen Strange spout off about how smart they are, we laugh it off. We think it's so cool. But Riri, oh, she needs to be quiet. She's too arrogant. Come on, y'all. And for all y'all naysayers who say, who asked for this show? Man, who asked for an Iron Man movie? Who asked for a Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Who asked for a Clayface movie? Point is, if you're a comic book fan, an MCU fan, a DC fan, let them experiment and make their content, and let's don't hate on something before we even give it an honest chance. Because this show is good. It may not work for everybody, but it's actually a solid project. And what I have learned from people is sometimes certain people just can't see themselves in us, so they don't relate to the content, even though we just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through hardships, depression, losing people. We all kind of go through the same things, but for some reason, people just feel like they can't relate to Black movies and TV shows. Let's keep it a buck, man. That's just what it is. I've had plenty of people tell me that, you know, because I ask them, hey, do you watch Black content? Do you watch, you know, older Black movies? Do you watch Black TV shows? I've had plenty of people tell me, no, I don't watch it because I can't relate to it. I can't relate to waiting to exhale. Well, why? You can't relate to being married to someone and going through a divorce? Some people can't relate to watching New Jack City or Power. Why not? Y'all watch The Sopranos. Y'all watch Scarface. I wonder why they can't relate to it. So, man, those are my thoughts on Ironheart. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me like always. Leave your comments below. Are y'all watching the Ironheart TV show? Is it not working for you? Are you digging it? Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.
Subscribe to my